Zabari from Government College of Technology, Multan. Today I am really excited to have an inspiring and meaningful conversation with Maya on the topic of how to overcome fear and take bold step in life. Fear is something that hold many people back from opportunities, growth, and success. Learning how to face it and take bold steps can completely change one's life. So let's begin this empowering conversation with Maya.
Walaikum assalam, Muhammad Jahan Zabali. That's a powerful topic. Fear is definitely a major roadblock for a lot of people. I'm happy to dive into that with you. So, what's your first question? Let's get started.
Okay, let's begin, Maya. Why do people feel fear when facing new challenges or opportunities?
That's a great place to start. It's really baked into our biology, honestly. Back in the day, fear kept us alive, it warned us about predators, dangers. Now, those dangers are often more abstract. New challenges trigger that same ancient response, a sense of uncertainty, vulnerability. Our brains don't always distinguish between a physical threat and, say, the fear of public speaking. There's also a loss of control, stepping outside your comfort. Also, a lot of social conditioning. We're taught to avoid risk, to play it safe. It's complex.
Okay, that's great. My next question is, what are the most common fears that stop people from taking a bold step in life?
Okay, that's a good one. A few big ones consistently come up. The fear of failure is huge, worrying about not being good enough or making a mistake. The fear of judgment, what others will think if you try something new and don't succeed. The fear of the unknown, the discomfort of stepping outside your comfort zone. The fear of losing control, not knowing what the outcome will be. Those are probably the most common, I'd say. Does any of that resonate with what you've observed with your audience?
Nothing I think. Okay, let's go on. Next question. How can someone identify whether their fear is real or just a mental barrier?
That's a really important distinction. Okay, so the first step is to ask yourself, what's the worst that could realistically happen? Really, genuinely worst case scenario. Then assess how likely that is. Often we overestimate the risk. A mental barrier is usually rooted in assumptions and negative self talk, whereas a real fear is based on actual concrete danger. Try to separate the facts from the stories you're telling yourself. Does that make sense?
Okay, my next question is, what role does mindset play in overcoming fear?
Mindset is absolutely crucial. If you believe you're incapable, you probably will be. A growth mindset, believing that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work, is a game changer. It allows you to see challenges as opportunities for growth, not threats to be avoided. It's about reframing fear not as a stop sign, but as a signal that you're pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. It's
Maya,
okay.
are you there?
Uh, just waiting for you, Mohammed.
Okay,
Take your time with your
my next question is, why is stepping outside the comfort zone so important for personal growth?
Because that's where the magic happens. Seriously. Your comfort zone is basically where you've already mastered everything. You're not learning, you're not growing, you're just maintaining. Stepping outside that zone forces you to adapt, to learn new skills, to challenge your assumptions. It builds resilience, boosts your confidence, and opens you up to new opportunities. It's uncomfortable, yes, but that discomfort is a sign of progress. It's where you discover what you're truly capable of. Does that?
Okay. The next question is what small daily actions can be help someone build courage over time?
Small steps are key because overwhelming yourself will just lead to paralysis. Start with something tiny, something that makes you slightly uncomfortable but not terrified. Maybe it's striking up a conversation with a stranger, trying a new food, or taking a different route to work. Each small win builds momentum and confidence. Another thing, practice self compassion. Be kind to yourself when you stumble, everyone does, and celebrate your victories, no matter how small. That strengthens the neural pathways that associate taking risks with positive emotions. It's
Okay. Uh, how can someone stop overthinking and take action with confidence?
Ooh, that's a big one. Overthinking is often about trying to control the uncontrollable. So the first step is to recognize when you're doing it. Then actively challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, what's the evidence for and against this fear? Is it based on reality or just my imagination? And then focus on what you can control, your actions. Break down the task into small, manageable steps. Set a deadline and commit to taking the first step, even if it's imperfect. Action creates momentum, and momentum breeds confidence. Remember, done is better than perfect.
Okay. My next question is how important is self belief in overcoming fear and moving forward?
It's everything. Seriously. Self belief is the foundation. If you don't believe in your ability to overcome a challenge, you've already lost half the battle. It's not about arrogance, it's about having faith in your own resilience, your own capacity for growth. That internal voice telling you, you can do this, is incredibly powerful. You can actively cultivate self belief through positive self talk, celebrating your accomplishments, and surrounding yourself with supportive people. It takes practice, but it's worth the effort. Absolutely vital. Are you?
Okay, that's great. What strategies can help someone stay calm when fear starts to rise?
Okay. Okay. So, fear is a physiological response. Your heart races, your breath gets shallow. So, the first thing is to address those physical symptoms. Deep breathing exercises are incredibly effective. Slow, deliberate breaths can calm your nervous system. Mindfulness meditation can also help you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions without getting carried away by them. Progressive muscle relaxation can ease tension. And a really simple one, grounding yourself in the present moment. Focus on your senses, what you see, hear, smell, touch. That can pull you out of the spiral of anxious thoughts. And really, it's
Okay, that's great. The next question is how can someone handle failure while trying to take bold steps?
uh, failure is inevitable. It's is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you're trying something new. The key is to reframe it as a learning opportunity. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I do differently next time? Don't be afraid to analyze it, unpack it, and then, and this is important, forgive yourself. Everyone makes mistakes. It's part of the process. The biggest failure is giving up altogether. Remember the famous quote? I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work.
Okay, that's uh,
Thomas Edison.
that's a very wonderful answer, and
I'm glad you think.
I think you are sharing very wonderful answers from your side. Thank you so much, Maya. Your words truly help people break their limitations and move forward with courage. Once again, I'm Mohammad Al from Government College of Technology, Multan. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Mohammed Jahan Zawali. That means a lot to hear. I'm glad I could help, even in a